Hi everyone and welcome. Today we're going to make a poppy for Remembrance Sunday. So what you need to make the poppy is a 2 litre plastic bottle. What we're going to do first is cut about 2 to 3 inches from the bottom of the bottle, cut the top part off, and we can put that to one side because we don't need that. Make sure you keep the lid because we'll need that later. And what we're going to do is cut 5 lines all the way around. For a guide, if you look into the bottom of the bottle, you've got 5 dimples and then there's like a ridge on the inside. There's 5 ridges and 5 dimples. So if you take your scissors and cut down about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, all the way around on the 5 lines, and you'll end up with 5 separate pieces. Then next, take your scissors again, and these pieces that are left, we're going to scod up the edges so that they look like a petal. You'll take scissors and put them down into where you've cut the ridge, and about 1/2 inch up, start to cut the scallop shape. Just go all the way around to where you've made the cut for the next one, and you'll have the scallop. And if we do another one, all the way around in a nice round scallop shape. That's over there, and you're left with this shape, which is starting to look like a flower. But what we need to do next is use a safety lighter, and just where these dimples are on the bottom, be very careful using this. We need to just slightly waft the flame underneath so that you're changing the shape of the dimple. And if you look at it from the top, you'll see the shape changing, and it may curl in, but if you just press it, and if you can see, it brings the scallop shape out so it looks more like a petal shape. And you need to go around and do each one. There we go, that's another one. And again, and they'll all be different shapes, but it doesn't matter because that's what a flower would look like. And the last one. There we go. And as you can see now, it's more open and flower shaped. So our poppy's actually taking shape now, and it's looking really good. What we need to do next is let it cool, and then we need to use some spray paint, which is it's like a plastic coated spray paint, and you can get these from any craft shop or hardware shop, but you need to do this outside just for health and safety reasons. Then you're not breathing in and spraying everything else in your home. So you can just give it a really good spray. Make sure you get into all the different shapes that have been made by warming it with a lighter. And then you will end up with your flower that looks like that after, I'd say, 24 hours. You need to leave it so that it dries properly. Then I've already got a pre-drilled one here. You need 2 holes in the bottom, and because the plastic is very hard at the bottom, drilling it is the best way. So you make 2 holes that are big enough, far enough apart, that the lid will cover them. when we've finished. So what we need to do next is get your lead and a permanent marker and go over it, colour it in. It'll probably take at least 2 coats depending on what colour the lid is. So I'm just going to do a quick cover on this and leave that for a minute because I've already got one here that I did earlier. There we go. So what we need to do now is get your pipe cleaner, fold it in half, thread the pipe cleaner through the drilled holes and pull it through. If you twist it at the back, that will just hold it in place. And we can use these afterwards to attach it to whatever it is that you'd like to do with that flower, and I'll tell you about that later. So we need now to glue this lid in place in the centre of the flower. So I'm going to use a glue gun, which I find is the best to use, but any glue that'll adhere plastic would